The FridgeTag device is specially designed for monitoring temperatures at the health center level. It can also be used for individual refrigerators located at any level of the vaccine cold chain. It records the temperatures on a continuous basis and shows the preset alarm conditions for the past 30 days. It allows health workers to see what has happened during the night, weekends, and/or vacation periods. It also allows supervisors to review the performance during the past 30 days to discuss corrective measures taken with responsible health staff. FridgeTag comes in a sleep mode. The LCD screen is blank. To activate the device, you should press the Set and the Read buttons simultaneously for more than 2 seconds. You will see 4 zeros appear on the screen. These digits are for setting the local time. The first 0 will flash. Use the Read button to adjust the time. Each time you press the Read button, the number in the flashing digit will increase by 1. Let's set this device to 1242. To obtain 1 in the first digit, you must press the Read button only once. To save this setting, you should press Set. The second digit will start flashing. You have to press Read 2 times for 2 to appear as the second digit. You should press Set to save this setting. The third digit will start flashing. Press Read 4 times to set the digit as 4. And then press Set to save. The last digit will start flashing. Press Read 2 times to obtain 2. Press Set to save. Now setting the time is completed. The next step is to set the temperature measurement unit. Now the Celsius sign is blinking. If you would like to record and read temperatures in Celsius, you should press Set. If you want to record in Fahrenheit, you should press Read once, and the degrees Fahrenheit sign will appear. Then press Set to complete the activation. Let's set our device in Celsius. Once the device is fully activated, the OK sign and current temperature reading will appear on the screen. In this example, the ambient temperature, which is the room temperature, is shown as 30.2 degrees Celsius. The OK sign on the left side of the screen can also be seen. Once the device is activated, it should be placed in the vaccine refrigerator, where freeze-sensitive vaccines, such as hepatitis B, are kept. Since you set the device in a room, naturally, the temperature will show that the room temperature is high. Once you place the device in the refrigerator, in a short period of time, it will adapt to the refrigerator environment and will start showing the actual refrigerator temperature. During setup operation, if you press the Read button more than you were supposed to, continue pressing the Read button until you obtain the desired number. Then press the Set button to save your settings. The FridgeTag has 2 temperature time limits, a high and a low alarm. When a temperature time violation occurs, the OK sign on the screen will be replaced by the alarm sign. The low alarm appears if the device is exposed to temperatures lower than minus 0.5 degrees Celsius for 60 consecutive minutes. The high alarm is set at more than 8 degrees Celsius for more than 10 hours. The high alarm appears if the device is exposed to temperatures above 8 degrees Celsius for more than 10 consecutive hours. If the continuous exposure is less than the time limit, an alarm will not be triggered. For example, if the device is exposed to temperatures over 8 degrees Celsius for 9 hours, then the temperature returns to an acceptable range for 2 hours, and then the temperature rises above 8 degrees Celsius for another 9 hours. This will not trigger an alarm, since the time required for a high alarm has not been reached in one go. However, the cumulative exposure can always be seen in the history mode, even when there has not been an alarm. On the top part of the device, you will see an indication of a 30-day display in columns. Whatever is recorded during the day the device is activated is shifted to the yesterday column at midnight. Similarly, at midnight of the second day, the first recordings will be shifted to -2 days, while the second day's recordings will be shifted to yesterday. This operation continues non-stop. On day 31, the very first day's recordings disappear both from the memory and the screen. Therefore, after the first 30 days, you will always see the last 30 days' recordings on the screen. If any violations occur, these will be marked with an up-pointing arrow for a high alarm, a down-pointing arrow for a low alarm under the day column that they occur. In this example, we see 2 high alarms that occurred during yesterday, -2 days, as well as a low alarm on the -5 days. As explained before, every midnight all alarm indicators will shift to the previous day. For effective temperature monitoring, FridgeTag should be checked at least twice a day, morning and afternoon. You must do this when you come to work in the morning and before you leave in the evening. First, you should look at the current temperature displayed. You should record this on your temperature monitoring table and/or graph. In this example, you can see that the temperature should be recorded as 4.1 degrees Celsius. Pressing Read once displays the highest temperature reached and the cumulative time duration in hours and minutes that the temperature was above the given upper limit for the current day, that is, today. In this example, you can see that the highest temperature reached today is 6.1 degrees Celsius. The time display shows 00 because the highest temperature reached today is lower than the upper alarm that is 8 degrees Celsius. During this operation, a high arrow flash indicates the high temperature setting and the day it corresponds to. Since there is no alarm in this information, an OK indicator also appears on the screen. If you press the Read button once more, a low arrow flash indicates the low temperature setting, and it displays the lowest temperature recorded during that day and the time period. In this example, the lowest temperature recorded is 4.7 degrees Celsius. Since it is not lower than the set limit that is minus 0.5 degrees Celsius, the time display will show 00 hours and minutes along with an OK sign. Let's continue with the device we were working on. Yesterday, the highest temperature recorded was 9.7 degrees Celsius. Even this is higher than the set 8 degrees Celsius alarm condition. This is OK, since the exposure was not longer than 4 hours and 41 minutes. It requires 10 continuous hours to trigger this alarm. Yesterday, the lowest temperature recorded was 3.7 degrees Celsius, and this is indicated as OK. 2 days ago, the highest temperature was recorded as 6.4 degrees Celsius, which is also OK. 2 days ago, there was a low alarm. The refrigerator was exposed to temperatures below minus 0.5 degrees Celsius for more than 60 minutes. Details can be read from the screen. The lowest temperature recorded was minus 2.3 degrees Celsius, and the exposure below minus 0.5 degrees Celsius was for 3 hours, 12 minutes. Reading the time of day's recording differ from day to day. If you are in a work week, say Thursday, since you have read the device Wednesday late afternoon before you left the health center, you need to read today's and yesterday's information. In today's information, you will see what has happened since midnight. In yesterday's information, you will see what has happened until midnight. But if you are back in the center on a Monday morning, you have to read today's, yesterday's, -2 days, and -3 days information to see what has happened during the weekend since you left the center on Friday late afternoon. During readout mode, the device stops recording temperatures in order to avoid incorrect data. During this operation, if you do not press the Read button for more than 30 seconds, the device falls back into recording mode. Alternatively, you can press the Set button to cancel the readout mode to return back to recording mode. The operational lifetime of the FridgeTag is approximately 2 years after activation. The end of the battery life is indicated by a low battery sign. You have to replace the old device with a new one within 30 days once the low battery sign appears. Using all features of the FridgeTag, you can really make an effective temperature monitoring.